Chief Medical Officer's Log. Stardate 60817.1. As part of the Escalante's project to educate people about Starfleet's role in the daily runnings of the Federation, we've been directed to Starbase Hephaestus. Hephaestus is a Starfleet medical facility, 1 part long-term convalescence, 1 part research station. It's also home to Starfleet royalty. Dr. Elizabeth Nostrum was the station's first CO, and her daughter Abigail and granddaughter Captain Tara Jenner have followed in her footsteps. Lifesavers and risk-takers all. I studied Elizabeth Nostrum at the Academy. Can't wait to meet her granddaughter. And my crew can't wait to have a little fun.
The crew's fun is cut short with the return of the plague the famous Elizabeth Nostrum cured. Conflicts about family legacy, espionage, and even ethical questions about a deadly disease crop up, threatening not just the station and the Kongzi, but the galaxy at large. The crew will have to track down the origin of this plague, all while avoiding infection themselves. Can the crew recontain a deadly plague, solve the mystery of its origin, and do so despite multiple factions working against them? Find out next time on Star Trek Adventures in The Plague of Arias, only on the Top Hats Off channel.
Hello everybody and welcome back to Star Trek. Hi.
Yes, this is Star Trek.
Trek of stars.
We go trek, we trek all through the stars, and then sometimes we get in trouble.
I gotta move
Billy's
Billy's pool. I forgot it was down there. I'm gonna leave it. I'm just gonna move it. We're gonna fix it.
Billy has to be underwater. It's very important.
Yes.
Very important. Before we even get into this, we already have a couple super chats. Lieutenant Math the Navigator for $5 says, "Welcome to Tabletop RPGs, now with 100% less table." Correct. And then again for another 5, he says, "I know something that can kill the plague in vitro: quantum torpedoes." That's true. In vitro, quantum torpedoes kill both plagues and cancer cells. Actually. Yep.
It's pretty much everything.
As do flamethrowers and cyanide, also known to kill plagues in vitro.
I like how so many of the ways we handle being sick is to try to kill it and ourselves at the same time and see which dies first.
Well, I mean, to a large extent, that's one of the only things that ends up working.
Hey, I'm not knocking it.
Slightly slower than the disease. All right.
When you're sick, your temperature goes up because the viruses are mining crypto in your cells.
That's true, yeah. It's turned you into a Bitcoin farm.
Yep.
All right. Well, so in case you are new, this is our Star Trek Adventures actual play show, Star Trek Endurance. I, of course, am the GM, FTFE official. for £5 says, at least Trump's not alive anymore in this timeline, right? Right? Well, technically I have not confirmed that.
Nor denied.
It would
So-
require him to have made it through the atomic horror, if nothing else. So
Yeah.
Have
I
you
like to
heard
imagine that
about
he's
the immortal
somewhere-
AI that is in control of Section 31?
He's
Oh, shit.
basically
That was
like
Moriarty.
the Al Capone. Yeah, the Moriarty Al Capone one. Yeah.
All right. So, yeah. So I will go have people go around and introduce themselves, skipping me because I just did it. And we're gonna start. We're gonna go in a weird direction. We're gonna go from bottom to top, right to left, because I say so. So we're starting with Maddie.
Hey team, I'm Maddie. I'm off camera today, but I will be playing Lieutenant Commander Gloriana Dulas, your Betazoid Chief of Engineering. And you can find me, Maddie, on the internet, either at Science Side Up or OK Roll.
All right, Zerlon, who are you?
Going to me now.
Oh, I meant Tiri. I'm
Zerlon-
sorry.
No, you just
Tiri.
Tiri. That's that
No.
one. It's that one.
Yeah,
Quiet,
I
quiet, you.
was confused because you said left to right and then started on the right.
I'm so lost.
My brain is
Right.
is on. Just
It-
go,
Wow.
Tiri. Go.
Your brain's not braining.
It happens. I'm Thierry Rana. I don't have a YouTube channel, but if you want to listen to my nice German accent, you can hear me on the Auxiliary Unplugged podcast. We are on Podbean, not on Apple, because that costs extra. Also, I have a nice bowl of steamed treacle pudding.
Oh,
That sounds
Nice.
delightful. Where's mine?
Wow.
All
Well,
right.
come over and I'll make you one.
Yay!
that's actually not completely implausible for Craig.
Yeah.
It is for all the rest of us.
Yeah, still hard, but not as bad as Arizona or
Yeah.
Canada.
And also, Arizona's getting out of that season when you might want to actually come to most of Arizona. We're getting into that period where, like, maybe stick to the Highlands if you're going to come to Arizona.
Yeah, Flagstaff's nice.
That's true. Flagstaff is nice. All right. So let's see. We've got oh, what's his name?
Oh, Kip?
Kip.
Me?
Kip.
Is
Yeah,
that
Kip.
it? Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
I knew
what is
it.
happening?
So, hey, I'm Kip, and I'm playing Lieutenant Viscount Raylax, the Gorn science officer and cosmic archaeologist. And I do Bible stuff on my channel, which is just my name. And I am entering hour 4 of streaming right now.
And sometimes
So,
now we're doing Bible stuff on Craig's channel.
Yes, again. on
sometimes we're
Monday.
doing Bible
Yes.
stuff on Craig's channel.
Yeah. Which
It's exciting.
Craig is our next person. Craig.
Yes, hello.
who's you?
I am Craig McNeil, otherwise known as FTFE. I argue with people that, well, toe fungus is smarter than them. They're called flat earthers. You can find me if you just search FTFE. I'm all over the interwebs. On this amazing channel, I play 7 of 12 Tactical Mode 3 Species 5008, the ex-Borg Klingon that is the tactical officer aboard the USS Kongzi. Blah.
All right. Now we go to Zerlon for real.
Now it's my turn. Guys, I'm Zerlon. You can find me on the YouTubes at 4 Cozy Cat Games. That's the numeral 4 Cozy Cat Games, where my wife and I play some board games. We do some hangout streams, which is now on Wednesdays, and then we do a Cyberpunk Red actual play, which is now on Sundays. So, yay, we flip-flop that. Other than that, here I am the amazing Dr. Hobnall, who has the right number of face holes, and eventually he will get the rest of you all to have the right number, even if it requires, breaking some Starfleet protocols.
All right, you already heard from me, so we are going to go on to Jordan.
I'm Jordan. Back when I had free time, I did Skepticism over at Reason to Doubt, where you can see my impressive collection of bow ties. But nowadays, you can find me on this channel, where I play Commander Malka Va, the joined Trill, no-nonsense executive officer.
All right, and last we have both our producer and one of our players, Chesh. Who's you?
Hi, I'm Chesh. I do goofy nonsense and art. Sometimes I'm doing art on Twitch, and sometimes I'm doing goofy nonsense on YouTube, and sometimes those things cross paths. Like right now, because we're actually live on Twitch too. Have fun, everybody!
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Hello, Twitch.
I'm amazing. Say hi to Twitch, YouTube. YouTube, say hi to Twitch. Twitch, say hi to YouTube. Hello, everybody. Hello. After
for
this,
$20.
I'm going live. Oh, sorry.
Oh, actually, you hadn't even finished. So who you're playing? What's the species and role
I'm
and whatnot?
playing the Cation Cat Captain Tenelia, trying to rein in all of these children. And after this stream, I'm live with Mania doing Dumbfuck Friday on YouTube and on Twitch. So stick around.
My character does what he's told all the time with no problems.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cat herding cats.
Landon Knoll for $20 says, nerd question for @ScienceSideUp. Consider a 4-dimensional hypersphere Earth, similar scaled and covered with an equally thin 3D atmosphere, orbiting a normal sun with an equivalent axis tilt. How many Hadley and Farrell cells would it have? Maddie, how's your n-dimensional physics going?
So good. So it's actually not a function of the dimensionality of the sphere, but rather the rotation rate and its relationship to the size, right, to the radius.
Can you some of those words?
Yeah. So insufficient data to answer the question.
Okay. Well, there you go. Oh, and I know I have announced this before. I am giving you guys an update before we get into it. I am working on getting auditions for my upcoming horror project. So if you like horror fiction, you want to have a chance to participate, please let me know. You can do things like email me or send me messages on Discord, and I can send you the material that I have prepared for people to read out so that I can go through various editions and see who I want. And remember, I am primarily prioritizing voice acting ability on this one, which is not the same thing as role-playing ability. So it will have slightly different criteria. All right, so we will jump into this. As you guys have heard in the teaser trailer, the Kongzi is participating in Project Escalante, which means you are having internal sensors installed, and some of your holodecks are being set aside for use as classrooms, because this is part of a Starfleet outreach procedure where...
Please tell me they've done the filters before they're letting kids in there.
Well, so the biofilters have been cleaned.
Good.
And these are virtual classrooms, so the kids won't even be physically there.
Yeah, still too close to my comfort.
That's fair.
There is a reason why, with the installing of the internal sensors, we are calling this project in flagrante.
Well, the sensors are excluded from personal quarters, various heads, as well as from the holodecks, except the ones that are being set aside for classroom use. But other than that, students around the Federation will be able to tune in during this project to see exactly where everyone is in the ship and what they're doing. Although there is a kill switch if the ship is doing anything classified.
Oh, just classified.
So
yeah, if you hit the kill switch,
kills the stream, not the children.
Right? Yes. The children will be fine.
Hey, nothing weird has ever happened in the holodecks. There is zero chance it pulls all of the children into some weird simulation permanently, and we have to, create an extra reality condensed in some weird.
Luckily, they're only being cast to your holodeck. They're in a separate location, so if something goes wrong with your holodeck, they'll be fine. They can just get up and leave. You guys will be in trouble, though.
Yeah.
FTFE official for £5 says this episode will feature Jar Jar Binks in command of the USS Jack O'Neill. I don't think it will, but maybe. We'll see.
Oh no. Maybe
Activate Gandalf protocol.
So, you guys are on
Turn my ship to attack mode.
Oh no, it's a me. Wait,
you guys
are Mario or Jar Jar Binks?
Wait,
that was weird.
A few more things. My goodness. Lieutenant Math Navigator for $5 says Riker visited this ship once. I'm pretty sure there's something in the biofilters that's communicable over subspace.
Riker was a bit of a horn dog. My favorite episode of Next Generation was when Riker had to get raped by an alien nurse to escape the facility.
Oh, it happened to a man in media for once?
It happens to men in media all the time, but then it's played for laughs.
Yeah, that's the other thing, is it's usually just a comedy thing, which it was in that instance.
Yes.
It wasn't in American History X, though. That was actually an instance of a man being sexually assaulted, and it not being played for laughs.
I think in Pulp Fiction as well, that was happening.
Yep. Well, it was sort of half for laughs. It was not treated as seriously as it could have been.
True. There's another one.
Let's see. Jason Hyatt, who's been a member at the lieutenant level for 6 months, thank you very much, Lieutenant Hyatt, says they hose down the holodecks it all drains into cetacean ops.
Oh
Sorry,
no,
Billy.
Billy.
That's where he gets his lunch from, right?
We got rid of the sperm whales.
Admiral Snappy Turtle, who's been a member at the lieutenant level for 3 months, says, Go 7012 Johwit, which of course is Klingon for my lord. Unleash your inner Borg and inner Klingon, then use your Batleth on Captain Tenelia and take command of the ship. That would be mutiny, so be careful.
No, I'm not up for mutiny. I'm trying to get promoted.
I was gonna say, you can try.
You'd have to go through Commander Ba.
Promotion
also
is
has
like
a
on both
mutiny.
counts, right?
Maybe when
Yeah.
at the very, very end of this game, we can do 7 of
PvP.
12 tries to take over the ship. Just for funsies.
Maybe the Borg reconnect to me and, you know.
We have a goal and we have directives, do we not, Dapper?
Yes. So the goal, which is already more than halfway full, by the way, is for 10 super chats. And if we get that, and it's 10 $5 or higher super chats with currency conversions and whatnot apply,
Yeah.
then we will get the crew a full momentum refill. So the maximum momentum they can have in the bank is 6, and they will be able to use that once to just put it to 6, no matter where it is, and then use that normally. Our directives are, I have them, they're written here somewhere.
Start an interstellar war.
Where?
Blow up a solar system.
No. It is not to start an interstellar war.
Aww. You never
I
do
know.
anything fun.
I know. Let's see. Why am I blind all of a sudden? I just read this. It's true. I have
Hey.
there's a little bit of rum in this.
If you're playing the Alien TTRPG, the GM is the game mother.
That's
Yes.
true. Yep.
Dapper, is there a little
Um,
bit of rum in that? Like there was a little bit of rum, gin in my drink on Tuesday.
I was saying, is that like there's a little bit of whiskey in my glass?
Yeah. No, there was a lot of gin in there. I know. I watched it happen.
Yeah.
So much. Oh, okay. Okay. Your directives are assist Dr. Jenner and ensure the security of Starbase Hephaestus.
Those aren't ominous
Okay.
at all and won't require things to go off the rails. We could assist the doctor and ensure security and absolutely everything stay normal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To be fair, I always imagine that most days you get directives and things like that happen, and then we just don't roleplay those days because they're not interesting. Because I actually remember, like, as a kid watching, like, TNG and asking, like, so how come everything's always so crazy on the Enterprise? And having it explained to me that, like, we only pay attention to the important days, but there's time between the episodes where there's just normal days where no one gets turned into a weird spider monster, and the Romulans don't attack, and there's no weird black hole mergers that spit out aliens or anything, and it's just a normal day.
What we don't understand is even at warp travel, it takes a long time to get places.
Yeah.
If you've ever read the
FT
book Red Shirts, when the plot is looking at what's happening in the book, it runs like an episode of Star Trek, and then the plot moves away and everyone goes back to normal.
Yeah. FTFE official for £5 says, I'm going to start an interstellar war and you can't stop me. For the Horde! All right, well. I think it's just the Horde from Warcraft.
Yeah, they're into interstellar wars, right?
All right, so you guys pop out of warp near Starbase Hephaestus, which is in fact a Starfleet medical, starbase that is named after a very famous Starfleet medical captain on a hospital ship, and she was very important in curing the Plague of Arias, which was in fact a audible transmission-based plague where people would start singing or speaking, and other people would be pathologically compelled to do the same thing.
Ooh.
Lieutenant Math Navigator for $5 says, however, there are no days without Romulan skullduggery. That's true. That is a constant in the Star Trek universe.
Dogs. That sounds very much like Flat Earthers watching an Eric Dubay video, what you've just described.
With the
A
singing?
little bit.
No, just
Well,
like
hopefully not
repeating
that.
what's said.
Or the skullduggery.
Yeah. All right. So the station itself has a normal crew capacity of 300, and it can fit a further 300 as guests and/or patients. It has both research facilities as well as a hospital wing. It also contains a large computer core that is, in fact, one of several backups for the Starfleet medical database.
Cool.
Your crew is invited to have some shore leave, and also some of the crew from the medical staff has been tapped to do things like help with formulating plans for lessons plans for Starfleet medical lessons for Project Escalante, which is one of the reasons you're there. So do remember, you do not have the ability to put all of your crew onto the ship because your crew is about an order of magnitude higher than the crew of the Hephaestus. So, yeah, a lot of the internal volume of the ship is taken up with laboratories and computer cores and fusion generators and whatnot. But at the very least, the senior staff have been invited to have dinner with the captain of the station. And in the meantime, though, you do have some time to take a look at what's on the station. And also you notice that one of the 3 docking ports is taken up by an Orion ship that is registered to the Orion government.
Bloody Orion.
I would call this a perk if I wasn't a cat.
Can Commander Dulas go find Tack?
Absolutely.
Did I miss the yoga session?
Well, no, but that is maybe something I wanted to talk to you about. I was wondering if maybe after dinner tonight we could, well, I know we've been granted shore leave onto the station, but maybe we could give that to some of our subordinates and you and I could spend some time together.
Spending time together would be acceptable.
Excellent.
Enthusiasm.
That's the most enthusiastic Tack's ever been when there's not weapons involved.
Yeah, I was gonna say, when he doesn't have his finger hovering over top of the freaking torpedoes.
Yeah. Cut to after dinner, and we're in the holodeck, like, playing a war game simulation.
Yeah, except I'm really looking disappointed because I brought my yoga outfit and you wanted to play war games.
He's like both really excited but also disappointed at the same time.
Yeah.
Listen, I read one time that it's important. Well, no, sorry. Commander Dumas is much better at social interactions than Maddie is. Listen, it's very important to try out your.
Oh, Maddie, we're losing you.
Oh,
Yeah.
shoot.
I think you might be having some mic problems over there.
Yeah.
That's
I would
better.
double check to see if you're on the same mic as normal.
Wait.
So, does anyone want to do anything on the station before dinner? You have a few hours.
I was going to practice my downward dog.
With Doulos?
Yes.
No, I assume that if we're refitting the Kongzi to have all these sensors, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'd assume I'd be helping to manage that. Probably do.
I mean, it's a project, but it's not a project where like it's
don't
likely
need
that
to
you're going to need to
personally
be there
oversee it.
every minute of the time. So like you can
I
go to the
didn't-
station if you want.
I didn't say I needed to be there.
Oh,
I
okay.
Look, in a past life, one of his previous lives died because he wasn't there every minute.
Mm.
I might actually make my way down and go find Va and tell her to take a break.
Hobnol will be in his office digging through every historical record about the medical history of the station, making sure that he is completely up to date on all of the knowledge and that he's fully well versed in the history of the station and the people here.
All right. Well, the station itself is commanded by, let's see, Dr. Tara Jenner, who is a trained exobiologist and trauma specialist, who also has an interest in xenoarchaeology. She is a descendant of the famous Dr. Nostrum. She's in fact Dr. Nostrum's granddaughter. And let's see.
For those of us whose
station-
Star Trek lore isn't perfect on the top of their head, and we're also trying to come up with a Jenner Cardassian joke.
There's no known relation to the Jenner involved with the Cardassians.
Excellent. Cool.
Well, maybe the Jenner are.
She's descended from. Who's he and why is he cool?
All right, so no one wants to go to the station, huh?
To answer Dulas's question, it's the one they're descended from is the one who cured the original plague.
Yeah, Nostrum, Dr. Nostrum.
Yeah, I'm basically making Vogue go with me to the station.
Well, we're gonna go.
I'm excited to go.
We're gonna go for the dinner, right?
Yes.
I'm going to this dinner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Commander Dillis, after we finished our war games, maybe we should attend the dinner on the station.
Excellent.
All right, so you guys go over. Dr. Hobnall is asked to go to the hospital to see if there's anything he wants to look into. And when you get there, there are actually a number of Orions, presumably from the Orion ship, who are being treated for various burns, cuts, a few broken bones here and there. Let's see. Does anyone want to do any investigating, looking around, seeing how the staff's doing?
Yeah.
I do my normal scanning of tactical, situations, making sure everything is as it should be. There's no, random Romulans trying to infiltrate.
Tech, give me a difficulty 0 control and con check.
It's a hospital. Wow, that's not her accent. It's a hospital station, Tack. They're not going to have a full armament of torpedoes.
Well, I need to make sure they're okay. Right, sorry, what am I doing?
Preventative.
I'll give me a difficulty 0 control and con check.
Control and con.
He's like looking up for the Orions, fucking smuggling shit is what he's doing.
All right. Well, that is one momentum. So actually, speaking of the Orions, one thing you do notice is that there is a fair bit of traffic of Starfleet personnel going on and off the ship, the Orion ship, which is called the Solid Bet.
The ship is called the Solid Bet.
Yes.
You said it's mostly Orions injured right now.
Well, so the actual hospital wing has a selection of various people from around the Federation, but a number of the people there are from the Orion ship.
Having just dealt with the Orions, I think Hobnall would inquire to see exactly what's going on, make sure there's not some shenanigans going here right now. Why specifically do we have?
They burned themselves on purpose for nefarious reasons.
Hey,
right.
Things like that have happened before.
You said that there's a lot of Starfleet people going onto the Orion ship?
I don't know about a lot, but it's definitely significant foot traffic across the docking bay into the Orion ship.
Commander Dulas, why do you think there's so many Starfleet personnel heading to the Green People ship?
I bet they're in need of repairs or something.
What, the
Come
people or the ship?
The ship.
The ship
Do we
has
care
sustained
that
damage.
They're Orions. Why would we care about helping them?
Oh, dear. Okay, do we want to go back and read about our, we're the Federation. We help people and smile while we do it and are great.
Did you just refer to Orions as people?
Yes.
Christ.
Yes, they're
Why?
people.
At least it's not Zero or Tiri this time. I'm doing it again. What is wrong with me today?
We look identical.
It's
Yeah,
the facial
clearly.
hair.
Yeah, clearly.
Just remember that one of them is partially submerged in water.
Yeah.
That's it.
Just look for the one that's not in water, Dapper.
Of course.
Right? It's not that hard.
So, Dr. Hobnell, in asking around, what is... Oh, yoga. That's just the English word.
You confused Dapper with English.
Yeah, I was like,
Yoga?
what the hell is yoga? That's not even a real Klingon word. What
I
is
don't
this
think there's a
supposed to be?
Klingon word for yoga, but is the rest correct? I think I translated it right.
So, I'm going to look up, is there a Klingon word for yoga? Because I don't know if there is or not. There could be.
I have an app for that.
That should have come out as yoga is my favorite sport in Klingon.
Yoga.
Well,
Yes.
There's no
technically.
is in Klingon, so it's just yoga
spelled
sport
wha-
favorite, right?
It's spelled YO''GHA''.
Yeah, there is. It's yoga. So yoga. That's pretty great.
I'm glad you didn't make me
so-
try to pronounce it after I looked it up.
Yeah. So let's see.
It's as close as I think I could get.
So Duke doesn't mean favorite. So I'm not sure where did you get that one?
From a Klingon dictionary website.
Yeah,
It's my favorite or my best, apparently.
So the way what that sentence. I'm actually trying to find if there's a verb Duke because I'm not finding a noun Duke. Maybe yeah. That I guess I might translate that as like yoga game my stabbing, which doesn't make
that works.
a whole lot of sense.
No, I think that's good.
Yeah, I don't know.
I like
know.
just like the look on Craig's face. He's just like, yeah.
It works. Let's take it. Yoga game stabbing.
We take those.
I would say, well, first, you don't necessarily need a separate word for like game or sport, because yoga is already an activity that you can just go with it. So I would say something like yoga. Was it like Damash? I like or prefer yoga. Or if you want to do like a comparative, you could say like I don't know, like yoga lao lak kush, which is like yoga is the best of the sports or games. You could do that.
That seems like a long way round.
Also, while there is no verb for to be, Klingon actually acts like some Semitic languages like Arabic or Hebrew, in which you use a personal pronoun as a copula when there are two nouns that need to stand in as the different parts of the predicate on a
Hashtag
to be.
not a linguist.
Hashtag not a
Yeah.
linguist.
Hey, I studied Klingon. It's a thing. Anyway, I do appreciate it though, and it's a nice little Klingon lesson break. Everyone wants to learn Klingon, right?
Mhm.
Right?
Considering my character's Klingon, yeah, it's kind of important.
Yeah. Chesh even has the Klingon dictionary.
Nice.
All right. So,
Yeah, you'll never guess who sent it to me.
wasn't it your fan base? I don't think I sent it. I bullied you into putting it on your wish list. I did that.
Yeah, and then you sent it to me.
Did I?
Yeah. Monty was
remember-
gonna
I
do
don't
it, and
remember
she
that.
was like, "Dapper beat me to it."
That does sound like something I would do, but I don't remember having done it. I might
I
have
still need
been
to get a
drunk at
physical
the time.
copy. I only have
Might be
digital.
drunk. Anyway,
Speaking of
dinner.
sending things to people, Dapper, did you check to see if Mountain Mike's delivers in your to your address?
No, I forgot to.
I can't send you pizza if I don't know then.
I want to have my upper administration dinner. Let's go.
Okay, well, we have a few things to go through there. So, one thing
me.
that Craig does, or well, Tack does find out, is that the location that the Starfleet personnel seem to be going to is the cargo bay of the the solid bet.
Sorry, say that again?
They're going to
The
the cargo bay.
location of the Federation officers, like they're going to the cargo bay of the solid bet,
Right.
and that's where they're going to and from. Like they're not spending time in like the bridge or engineering.
Commander, they seem to be heading to the cargo bay. Orion's cargo bays are usually full of illicit materials.
This
Is that to me?
Yes.
Ugh.
We're hanging out together, right? Holding
Yeah.
hands almost.
Yeah, we're holding hands. It's really cute.
Fan art.
I have a matcha. Tag, we're not on duty. They're not docked with our ship. It's not our responsibility. Let's just, be off for a few hours and just spending some time together and not dealing with ancient artifacts or the Romulans or whatever have you. We're just going to have a nice 6 hours to ourselves, and that's going to have to get us through the next 6 months.
Commander, the Orions, they are not trustworthy. I do not want them to make the Federation tainted.
By the way, for $5, Ventus Solis says Dr. Jin? Oh, maybe that's what's going on. There's lots of gin.
Nice.
I will agree, Commander, to ignore what is going on with the Orions if I can first report it to the station security.
Fine. Maybe the station security already knows. Okay, let's do that. Let's do that. We'll do your due diligence, and then again, 6 whole hours to
and then
ourselves.
We can go and get some gak. You did promise.
I did. Yes.
Okay.
All right.
Fine. So I contact station security and let them know that there's some probably dodgy going on in the Orion cargo bay.
Station security says, yeah, they're drinking on their off time.
They're drinking in the Orion ship?
Yeah, the Orions have actual alcohol. The replicators here only make synthahol, so they're going to get buzzed.
Hack, you're a genius. Let's go to the Orion bar.
Wait, well, they do not gak in the Orion ship.
Perfect.
Everyone knows synthahol sucks.
Official dinner.
All right, well, yeah, the official date is incoming. So, you two, what? Okay, Tak, are you going to go with Commander Doulos on your date to the Orion bar?
I will first pop by the Klingon kitchen and get some gak to go.
Okay. All right, and then hope that there's no ban on outside food at the Orion bar.
Even if they tried to stop me, I would just stare at them.
Okay.
Would you
To
want
be
to
stand
fair,
outside and
he's
eat your
not-
Klingon food?
Yeah, he's not even just a regular Klingon. He's a bored Klingon. This dude man is scary.
Yeah. So you get there, and there are in fact a bunch of Federation officers all sitting around, and you notice that they all have the same color uniform on. They're all in red.
Oh, they're all dead.
Well, Lieutenant Math Navigator for $5 giving us our goal says Romulan ale should be illegal. Thank you very much.
I'm
So
pretty sure technically it is illegal.
it is actually, yeah. So
Can
there.
Kat, who is Borgified and Klingon, even get drunk?
The answer is yes, but it takes a lot more than it would for, say, Commander Doulos, who is neither Klingon nor Borgified.
Nope.
So don't try to go shot for shot with Tak. It's going to be a bad time.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So yes, you two are there. There are many different drinks from across, the Alpha and Beta quadrants. You can order more or less what you want. And yeah, there's a bunch of Starfleet personnel if you want to see what's going on. It is a little unusual that they would mostly be of all the same department.
I go and stand near a table of red shirts, and they nervously stop talking because I'm standing near them.
Well,
And
at this point in Star Trek, red is the command, not the security color.
And engineering.
And engineering.
Or no, not engineering. It's,
engineering
it's
is yellow.
What's the other one it is? 'Cause it's two of them.
Command and con, actually. So if you
Yeah,
are a
it's command and
pilot
con.
or a commander, then you're red.
I'm yellow, right? As tactical. Wait.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, because
Right, so
this is
I
the
go and
post-Patrick
stand
Stewart.
near a group of engineers,
because for
holding my
some-
back in one hand and my large 3-pint glass of a Romulan ale in the other. What are we doing here today?
They all look up and are like, we're having some drinks. Same as you.
Do you have space for me and my partner to join?
I guess. And they all kind of
Commander-
shuffle around a little table.
Commander Dudas might also notice that's the first time I've referred to them as my partner.
Aww.
Aw. What a love story.
Yeah.
Still a better love story than Twilight.
You say that, but he absolutely just ruined your date by sitting you at a table with a bunch of other people.
I sit
You got a
down
third,
and
fourth, fifth,
offer
sixth, seventh, eighth wheel?
I sit down and offer gack to everyone sitting at the table.
This isn't an extra wheel. This isn't a tricycle. This is an extra semi-truck.
Yeah,
No,
you're
you
an
guys don't-
octocycle now.
You guys don't appreciate what a big moment this is. Dulas has been trying to get Tack to be more outgoing, and Tack, of his own volition, joined a party of people he doesn't know.
Yeah.
At a bar.
Drinking an alcohol that he doesn't
yeah,
want
only
at a
because
bar
I
owned
needed a
and ran
table
by
to
people he
put my
doesn't
drink-
like.
Yeah, only because I needed a table to put my drink and gack on. That was basically the only reason. But,
Yeah.
you know.
You're doing excellent.
So that they're all looking around like this is a little bit weird, and they're like, "So, just don't recognize you. There's only like 300 of us. So who are you two?"
I am Lieutenant 7 of 12, Tactical Node 3, Species 5008. This is the incredible Commander Dulas.
And you're from the Kongzi, I guess.
Just here for a visit.
Ah. All right.
Well, yes.
They're all very awkward. They do not know what's going on or why you're here.
Yeah, this is fully. This feels like did y'all all get sucked into captain's lunches?
Yeah.
No, I managed to avoid those.
Proud of you.
Yes.
I got
Has anyone
sucked into
taken
a
any-
lot.
Has anyone taken any of the gack that I've offered yet?
No, no one has. I was once one of the designated "don't go to your muster point" guys for a man overboard drill.
Ooh, that's fun.
Yeah. So
What did you get to do during the man overboard draw?
I sat in the command master chief's office, and he gave me a command coin, and then afterwards I left.
What do we? Can we get a vibe on what Dulas's head boyfriend thinks of this scenario?
He seems okay with it. He was not there for romantic purposes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even though Commander Dulas did try to kiss him before he became a co-inhabitant of her brain.
Listen. There was a medical process happening in my body.
It's true. That's true. You were in medically induced libido mode.
Yeah. What was I? Yeah. I can't be held fully responsible.
It was your hormones.
Yes, exactly. I'm glad you understand.
I'm not even there. You don't have to explain it to me.
Commander, my Romulan ale and gack is empty. I think I need more.
Why don't you get another one? And I'll have another. I'll get me another glass of wine.
Yes, Commander. I get up
So
and
you-
head to the bar.
You get to the bar and there's an Orion bartender there, and he's like, I don't remember telling you about the bar. Who are you? He says as he's getting you the drinks. He's not refusing to serve you.
I am an ex-Borg Klingon. I find everything out.
Oh, I guess that makes sense. And so he says, what's the name for the tab? And do you have Latinum?
The name for the tab is Commander Va.
You don't look like a commander there.
On the plus side, Jordan, at least there's a really, really good chance that you do actually have Latinum, because it was definitely confiscated from last episode.
Commander Va said I was allowed to use their tab.
And who's this Commander Va you speak of?
They usually have swords.
That doesn't answer the question. I usually have swords.
There's a bigger, I can promise you.
That still doesn't answer the question.
Give me the drinks now.
You gotta help me out here.
I put my hand on the desk and some Borg tubules start coming out and I just stare at them.
Right!
When that happens, I get up and come over, and I was like, Borgness. Oh, I'm so sorry. Sometimes currency still sort of confuses him a little bit. It's the Borgness. And then I put a couple, I don't know. I mean, I fully pull a couple strips of Latinum, out of my bra and, put it down and
Nice. Okay.
usher us away.
Also, I picture this with you in your uniform, so you had to reach really far down to even get to it.
I'm imagining she has a custom uniform with a little accessible
Ooh.
pocket, you know?
Oh.
Okay, I like that too.
So, barman, is that enough latinum for that whole bottle of Romulan ale?
The whole bottle?
Will that
No.
be enough for now?
But it's enough for a lot of it. And he pours you a second 3-pint glass.
I down it and just put the glass down.
No, now.
All right. Hey, give me a fitness and let's see. Give me a fitness and medicine check there, Tack. It's only difficulty 1 because you're a Klingon.
Hey.
Not
Alright,
an
you're
expert
good.
in not Starfleet sanctioned units, but I think a 3-pint glass is pretty big.
All right. So as you're
Wait,
staggering
there-
away, you
I've got my Brackwell. Various psychological redundancies mean that wounds which would kill other humanoid species don't affect you severely. Does that include drinking nearly a whole bottle of Romulan ale?
yes, it does
Okay, cool.
actually. Yeah, your
If
secular
it
liver
would
would open
kill a
up.
human, yes.
I gain 2 resistance against all non-lethal attacks, which I guess include drinking a lot of Romulan ale, right?
Well, technically
It's
no,
on
because I
attack.
wasn't gonna cause stress damage, but you're okay. I've reduced the difficulty because you're a Klingon. Right. So as you're headed back, you do notice that a lot of the Starfleet officers who are here are talking quite a bit with the Orion bartenders.
Okay. Commander, what do you think they're talking about?
I suspect they're talking about drinks.
Can you be sure this is Orion's?
No, I can't be sure. Would you like to listen in a little bit? Hold on, sit next
It's
to me
like
and,
you know
and
me.
pretend to, make small talk or something. And I zone out and I go listen to everybody's thoughts.
So, what about those torpedoes?
They look around. They say, "Well, we do have a few phaser batteries for defense."
My ship has an extremely large complement of torpedoes, and I have a button for them.
Oh,
My torpedo's bigger than your torpedo.
one of the officers at the table
Especially
says,
since they don't have any.
"Hey, guys, let's go get some rounds in at the Dabo table." And they all get up and they go over to an empty Dabo table and
Hold on.
start spinning the wheel.
Nobody
So-
told me this place had Dabo.
That's true. No one did.
This is now a completely different situation.
You didn't ask.
I'm gonna be
Is
the
there- is
only
it for-
one
if
that
it's
goes
Dabo,
to
is
the
there for
official dinner at this rate.
I'm gonna go.
If
There
there's
are no
Dabo, is
Ferengi.
there no Ferengi? Damn.
But you do notice that actually a lot of the Starfleet officers seem to all notice that there's one group going over to a Dabo table, and a whole bunch of them, except for one guy, wander over to go either watch or participate in the Dabo.
So,
Commander, would you
while
like
this
to
is
join
happening,
them?
1, I'm keeping an eye on the clock, and 2, I'm listening to the thoughts of the Federation folks talking to their Orion bartender. Are they
All
just talking about drinks?
The Orions seem to be asking questions about the communications array, and the Federation officers seem to be very carefully steering the conversation away from that topic.
Okay. I tell Tack that.
I told you they're not to be trusted. I think we should let Commander Va know.
And then can I check my watch and see if it's about time to go to the dinner anyway?
Nah, you got time if you want to contact Commander Va.
All right, let's finish our drinks and we'll step out and we'll tell Commander Va, and then she'll probably want to know there's a Dabo table. And then I think a few rounds of Dabo would do her really good. Anyway, and then we'll go to this dinner, and then we'll still have an hour to ourselves.
Before we go to the dinner, I may get some more gak to take in case there's no Klingon offerings.
Well, that would be rude, but we could plan on getting Gok afterwards.
Fine, that is acceptable.
Okay. So we head out and we go find Va.
All right, so it's not too hard to find Va, and feel free
She's heading to the Dabo table, right?
Well, I haven't been told there is a Dabo table yet. Right now, I'm still working.
Okay. Well, okay, we find you, Commander.
Well, I'm working, but somewhere where the captain won't find me, so she doesn't know I'm working.
Too bad about all those internal sensors, though, huh?
Commander, we have something to talk about. We were near the Dabo table.
Oh, yes, Commander Va. There is a, secret, not secret, bar being run out of the Orion's ship. Excellent aesthetics and excellent drink. They do need currency. We did open a tab for you, and there's a Davo table. But TAC wanted to let you know that the Orion, the bartender in particular, keeps trying to get the Federation personnel to talk about the communications array, but I wouldn't worry about it even a little bit, because all of the Federation officers are doing such a very good job of not taking that bait, and I'm only talking about alcohol and Dabo.
It is worrying that there is no more Romulan ale left. I don't know where
there is still Romulan ale left, TAC.
Oh, good. We can go back then.
I see. Well, I think that the captain has ordered me to take a break, and so it is our duty to ensure that this Dabo table is being run efficiently and correctly.
Naturally.
I need to stop by
I've been ordered to take a break, so we're gonna go make sure that this is following regulations.
That's an excuse. I'm just going to go play Dabo.
It's our duty.
But I am going to
know how to play Dabo. Commander, I do not know how to play Dabo, but I would very much like to watch you.
Certainly. And the Orions have the best Cardassian whiskey, so...
God, I'm so glad I went back to my room. I went to my room to go do calisthenics.
Yeah. I will strap on my sword for this outing and bring my little stash of
I was
platinum.
expecting something else. Oh.
Just because he said to strap on.
Yeah.
Well, I'm pretty sure that watching the commander is on a lot of people's wish list.
Oh, by the way, we're being said it's being asked, Maddie, if you might want to check your voice settings to see if there might be any weird things going on there, because you are still every once in a while cutting out a little bit and sometimes peaking, and it's a little odd.
Okay, I think what's happening, I think I need to, the cable that connects my Yeti to my computer has been yanked out of the Yeti 12,000 times. And so sometimes the connection drops, but then it reconnects, right?
Yeah.
I think that's what's happening, because when it's connected to the Yeti and I go into my voice settings and I do all the testing stuff, it sounds fine. So what I'm going to do right now is go to Amazon and order a new cable, but that won't be here in time.
You can't set it for like 2-hour delivery or something?
Nah, they've not got the drone delivery up and running yet.
Yeah. Oh, no, we can't do the drone delivery. My neighbor has a shotgun.
All right.
America!
Let's go to the bar.
Fuck yeah!
Yeah,
Like, people in Canada don't have shotguns.
We might have shotguns, we just don't
work.
behave the way you guys do.
I mean, look, I have a shotgun like 7 feet from me, and I have never shot a drone down.
Yet.
I
Did
bet
one
they
try to
do.
land in your backyard?
I bet those people
No.
do act like Americans with guns in Alberta.
So
Yeah, a
we,
little bit.
me, Commander Va, and Commander Dulas are now headed to the Dabo table.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So you
Well,
get
I
there.
want to go to the bar first to get my drink.
Right.
Yeah.
Lieutenant Math Navigator for $2 makes a good point and says, just replicate a new cable.
There's no recipe for it.
Yeah.
You're a genius.
And,
So,
and
yeah,
Maddie,
you can-
if the cable doesn't fix it, I'll tell you the same thing I told Dapper when his mic was screwing up. I have 3 Yetis over the other room that aren't being used. I can send you one.
Thank you.
So when we get to the bar, is the bar person gonna ask Commander Va to settle their tab that TAC built up?
No,
No, I
because
paid it.
Maddie already paid it.
Matt
Oh,
did
good,
it,
yeah.
Platinum.
Yep. Well, one thing you do notice is that when you get to the bar, there is someone who looks a whole lot like that Orion captain, Paul Jara, that you met last episode, to the point that it seems like that's her.
Gotcha. Is she working the bar, or is she just like...
She seems to be supervising.
I see.
Does she recognize
But also,
us?
this is definitely not the same ship.
Right.
Does the Orion recognize us as, the people that took her cousin's nephew's uncle's son into custody?
I mean, she looks up when you enter, but doesn't seem to have any change in facial expression or any surprise or worry.
Interesting. Okay. We'll
Commander
order
Var,
our...
do you recognize that Orion?
I do. Don't let them know that you recognize them.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna draw on my favorite past person, Kelva's espionage knowledge, and for that, obviously, who is basically Han Solo, but with a really fashionable scarf, is how I imagine them.
Okay.
Yeah, and I have a whole dossier on my past hosts, so yeah, we'll order at the bar. And I'll try to strike up a conversation with the bartender. I'm trying to see if they're going to try to get comms information out of me too.
Okay.
Whilst that's happening, am I maybe able to find a terminal and do some Borg probing around just to check if anything's going on?
If you want to.
I think that would be appropriate because, the fact that Orion is here specifically has triggered my tacticalness.
Do remember that this ship is registered as being a ship that belongs to not the captain and not
The Orion government.
The Orion government, with whom the Federation does have friendly diplomatic relations, and which is not the same thing as the Orion Syndicate. And
yeah,
in fact,
but my Borg probing can, be hidden quite well because the Borg,
Well, let's hope so, because if it's not, it's a diplomatic incident.
Va literally just told you to be cool and stay chill.
Without letting Commander Va or Commander Dulas know, I sneakily head to, sneakily as a 7'3" Klingon Borg person can, head
I'm
to
gonna
the
launch
nearest
TAC.
computer terminal and plug in.
I'm gonna launch TAC out of a torpedo.
All right, give me a difficulty 3 control and security check.
Control, security, difficulty 3.
Is it too
I'm
late
going
to
use
send him
my
back to the
computer
Borg?
interface focus, of course.
What focus is that? Sorry.
Computer interface.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
And I'm going to use a momentum.
Okay.
Ooh.
What's the difficulty on that?
3.
It was 3. So you do manage to get over to the location unnoticed. However, it is in fact a screen, and this is going to be the complication. It is in fact a screen that only has touchscreen interface, and in order to interface with this, you are going to have to actually puncture through that screen with your little Borg interface location, which will mean there is no option in which they will not know within probably a couple hours that someone tampered with the screen.
At the latest.
A couple hours. I'm good with that.
At the latest, a couple of hours.
Yeah, it could be sooner. So you are definitely going to cause a diplomatic incident if you do this.
Okay, I noticed that that is the only options, and I slowly retract my Borg probes and sigh heavily. And
But
maybe
no
punch
one
the screen
noticed
a
you
little.
doing it.
There is now a slight crack in the touchscreen, but at least I didn't, cause an incident. And I walk back over and just stand next to Commander Va and Commander Dulas like nothing's happened.
All right. What are you two up to?
Nonchalantly.
Va and Dulas?
Well, I was trying to chat up the bartender to see if they were going to hit me up for information.
Ah,
Because
yes.
that seems
So
sketchy.
they first start asking for your drink, and then ask, when you got to the station, whether or not you're being newly assigned to the station, And do you answer honestly, or do you tell them that you're stationed on the Hephaestus, or what's your plan?
I'll answer honestly, but I'll say that because of the nature of the mission we're having to do, and I'll kind of speak like it's kind of exasperated, like it's a big hassle. We're having to interface a whole bunch with the communication system aboard the station, upgrades happening to my ship, cross-department work.
They do find that interesting and ask in what way you have to interface with the communication network. Is it like directly, or are you just doing like a little transmissions back and forth? What's the deal there?
Well, I'm not the chief engineer, so the details are a little bit below my level. But I'll kind of make up some details that probably aren't true. From what I remember from reading off a report I definitely didn't read. And then
You're just remembering a different report.
Yeah. And then, go ahead.
Give me a difficulty 1 command and presence, or presence and command, whichever order I'm supposed to say it in. I don't know.
Presence
Assuming I have it right, we currently have 0 momentum and 14th threat on the board.
That's fine. I'm gonna use my symbiont focus to do espionage from Kelvaz past as a smuggler/spy.
Obviously,
yeah.
Obviously.
This is already established lore. And then I'll give you a threat to roll an extra die.
Okay.
Wow.
Oh! Ow!
Ooh.
17, 15, and 20, and I have a 14 on that.
Oh my god.
I think that might have been the worst roll I could have done.
Holy moly.
So, well, not the worst, but it is close.
Yeah.
As you're trying to be all suave and smooth, you start gesticulating and knock a rather expensive bottle of liquor onto the ground, and it shatters. And the bartender says, "That was worth a bar."
Well,
do you have a bar of gold pressed latinum?
How many slips is it to a bar?
That is a good question. I don't actually remember.
Do you want me to look it up? You guys can keep going.
Wasn't it
I'm looking
like
it up.
something weird, like 7 or 13 or something?
Yeah, I don't think it's decimal.
I think
2,000
is in my head for
slips.
some reason.
There you go, 2,000 slips. I don't think you're currently carrying
wow.
2,000 slips.
100.
Not my Dabo money. Well,
100 slips to a strip, 100 strips to a
strip.
bar. Yeah.
20
Oh,
strips to a bar.
1,000 strips to a bar. Jesus.
100, not
Either way.
1,000.
It's
sorry.
a lot.
Come in.
It's more than
and
you
say-
likely have on you.
Okay.
No, I do not.
I'm gonna ask you to leave.
I'll straighten up my do I want to try to work this?
Well, you could maybe
Picard
say
maneuver?
something about going to the Dabo table and earning the money back.
Well, I'm trying to decide
Mhm.
if this is illegal, so I could pull reporting them to station security. Would I know that if this is illegal?
So it is not illegal to sell alcohol in the Federation generally, nor are you technically in Federation territory, because this is in fact a Orion ship, which means that technically you are in the sovereign territory of the Orion government. So,
All right. Well, I now have firsthand knowledge that they're trying to get information about the station. So even though I don't know more than that, we'll go ahead and take this win, and I will go to station security myself.
as Rashbot says, Picard maneuver detected. Yes.
Wait, so is just Commander Var got to leave, or is me and Dulas allowed to
Nope,
stay?
you have not been asked to leave. You can stay. You do notice that there is still one Starfleet officer who is studiously refusing to gamble. Well, seems to be nursing a beer for a fair bit. Just
the one beer. Okay, well,
Yep.
I go and take a seat next to this officer and just look at them.
Oh, turns out he's a chief. Technically not an officer. My bad.
There you go.
I go and sit next to this enlisted peon.
Says the former enlisted man.
Yes.
Can I sit down too and say, all right, I have to ask, this is primarily a medical station. Why are only, and then I sort of point to his like red uniform, because you said earlier that everybody in here is wearing red, right?
Yep.
Why are only you all enjoying some time off. What's happening?
Well, everyone's getting time off. We were just invited over to the Orion ship for some drinks.
All right, fair enough.
I noticed that you've been not doing much drinking.
I'm not a heavy drinker.
What brought the Orions here in the first place?
Oh, their ship was damaged. A whole bunch of them were injured.
And you cared?
We're a hospital.
We've talked about this, Tak. Orions
Yes.
are people too.
If you insist.
Yeah, we're a hospital. They came in with injuries. They're getting treated, as far as I know.
So tell me, have they been asking you any specific questions?
Oh yeah, for some reason they seem to be interested in the comms, but I'm not giving them any information. I'm not that dumb. They're getting the bit of latinum. I'm getting a bit of alcohol.
Well done, Chief.
We should
Thanks.
leave the chief to his drink, Tak. We probably should be getting to that dinner.
I say to the chief, I have this GAC that I can't take with me. Do you want it?
I appreciate the offer, but no, it's fine.
Do you have a problem with GAC?
I prefer Rokeg blood pie, actually.
Oh, yes, that is quite...
It was such a look of relief. I was like, I can't. Thank you.
Commander
Also,
Va
I
was
can't imagine
going to
anyone has
station-
fresh enough. Gah.
True. Commander Va was going to station security, right?
I believe that was a thing, but all right. I'm going to go ahead and say no one wants to confront what very much appears to be the Orion captain from last time, who is wandering around the cargo bay making sure everything's on the up and up.
I might have, but you threw me out of the bar. So.
True, you did roll a 20.
I
guess by everyone I meant
so I don't recognize her.
But Tak would, right? Because Tak, you were on the ship.
Yeah, I definitely recognized her. That's why I said to Commander Va.
Are you gonna talk to her or no? Just get out.
Just before we leave, I walk over and offer my hand to shake and say, no hard feelings about our last encounter.
Gee,
You guys aren't allowed to go anywhere ever again.
she looks up, very much with a puzzled look, and says, I'm sorry, I don't think we've met.
Do you not remember the weapons I had pointed at your ship?
I feel like I would remember that, and I don't think that ever happened.
Did you have a cousins, brothers, uncles that you gave to us in a torpedo tube?
Oh, what?
Did one of your relatives get put in a torpedo tube by yourself?
No. Why do you ask?
Confused.
Oh, I am too.
I think he's a little drunk.
Well, you know, all Orions look the same to Tak, so.
Wait, it's being highly racist here.
Lieutenant Matt the Navigator for $5 says, these are Orions. She's checking if everything is on the down and down. Yeah, that's fair.
Well, I will leave you to your whatever it is you're doing.
We call this a bar.
Yes, the alcohol is subpar.
And yet people keep coming.
I look at Commander Dulas and kind of nod to leave.
Let's go to this damn dinner.
By the way,
I like how you guys
before
are
we leave,
trying
I
to
just
do.
before we leave, I just hand the GAC to this Orion, and like they take it, and I just walk away.
You're
yeah, she's just standing there
literally
like,
trying to do a social encounter that all requires diplomacy, and you didn't call the cat captain.
so by the way, Commander Dulas, you do not get the sense that the Orion captain was being dishonest.
Okay,
That's weird.
I relay that information. Two.
I can only imagine that Captain Tenelia every once in a while has fur raised and be like, crew's doing something they shouldn't.
I sneeze like it's the.
All right, so, let's see. Lieutenant Vrelax and Hobnall, you guys are going towards the medical research area, because that's where lots of science and medical stuff has been, is going on.
We like
you're
science
in that area.
and medical
Yes.
stuff. Yes.
So you get there, and there is a young-looking Vulcan woman sitting at a desk, and past the desk is what seems to be a older human woman singing opera.
Well, that's interesting. That's because of this this terrible it's a virus, right? That infects people and makes them
Well, it was
sing.
a plague.
Oh, a plague. Okay.
FTFE official who's been a lieutenant commander for 14 months says, TAC is the best at diplomacy.
No lies were told.
So, because Lieutenant Vrelax is very uninterested and worried about the optics of him singing, he's keeping his distance and hanging back, and very nervous about the possibility of encountering the singing virus plague thing.
Dr. Hobnall, you recognize the hologram of Dr. Nostrum, and clearly it has to be a hologram because Dr. Nostrum, the famous doctor who cured the Plague of Aria, she's been dead for a few decades. So this is not really her.
I just put together the Plague of Aria. Okay, sorry, continue.
Yeah. I will approach the hologram, take a closer look.
The Vulcan woman says, "Computer, halt program," and looks up and says, "Doctor?
Yes.
Can I help?"
Oh, I was just admiring the hologram. I do love the history of medical science and research.
I do too. My name is Dr. Tavril.
Pleasure to meet you, Doctor.
Likewise. Is there anything I can assist you with?
We were just looking around. You seem to have a very nice facility here. I'm quite impressed.
Yes, the Federation put a lot of resources into this.
It could be that I'm just used to being stuck in a tiny little sick bay, but this is so much more grand.
Well, it is a permanent starbase under the auspices of Starfleet Medical. I assume that is not the case for your ship.
Well, no, we're a ship, not a starbase. Unfortunately, we have to make do with much smaller. Each bed has to serve 20 uses instead of 20 beds for one use each.
I see. And were you posted there unwillingly?
No, of course not.
Then your apparent jealousy does seem illogical.
As they say on Earth, the grass is always greener on the other side.
That seems unlikely to be true unless one side gets significantly less sunlight or water than the other.
And even then, it wouldn't work the other way, yeah.
Look, we all know that's how physics work. Wherever
Have you had your eyes
the grass
examined
on the
recently?
side.
You might be having trouble with your color receptors.
Ooh, do I have trichrome vision?
I don't know. Do you?
Maybe I'm like a mantis shrimp. Maybe I see like 12, except the 3 that humans can see I don't see worth crap.
Maybe, I don't know.
What's
Maybe
your
that's
species
what the
again?
extra face holes are for. They're just like extra waves of electromagnetic.
Osnolas were introduced as a background species in Discovery. There's like no lore.
They have lots of face holes. They have really good facial expressions, except only they can recognize each other's facial expressions, and they eat by dipping their fingers into things and absorbing the nutrients.
By the way, the finger eating thing, lore from the first edition Discovery source book for this game. Not even actually from the show.
Oh wow.
Nice.
I have been watching Discovery, and it has been a
My
slog.
condolences.
I'm like
Yeah.
3 episodes in, and I'm just struggling.
I gave
Yeah.
up.
What? Sorry.
Discovery.
I just tried to.
That was the
with
one
New
with
Trek,
the-
I just tried to enjoy it for what it is, and I can normally get through it. But Star Trek, Starfleet Academy, every other episode was written by people who have no fucking idea about Star Trek. It's frustrating. Every other episode is great, but oh my
right.
god.
We'll bring it back to the
We're back.
science. Okay. All right. Do you have any other ways to make this Vulcan scientist confused?
I mean, I'm sure I could continue to confuse the crap out of a Vulcan. You just speak in metaphor and rhyme instead of speaking literally. It's the same way you confuse like biblical literalists. You just speak in a metaphor instead.
I will point out that Dr. Elizabeth Nostrum was not ever really famous for her musical talents.
Interesting. So,
What
Doctor,
was she?
she's the one that cured the plague.
The one the hologram was of,
Right.
who was
The,
singing.
yeah, the one the
hologram,
hologram we were just
no.
singing.
Is the
I don't
hologram
suppose-
singing?
Not anymore.
Not anymore. She turned it off. I don't suppose that Lieutenant Varelax and I could continue to look around and maybe get a tour of some of the facilities here.
I suppose you could.
We would certainly appreciate it.
So long as it's safe. Is it safe?
Lieutenant
I
Varelax,
I'm not going to start
I'm,
singing, am I?
I'm right.
Don't
I'm
break
right
quarantine
here.
in any quarantine locations. Nothing is ever completely safe. But as they say,
All right.
on Earth, you don't simply refuse to leave your house for fear that there may be a lion in the streets.
That is
I
a thing
heard
I've
that
heard them
one.
say on Earth. In the time that I was at the academy, yes. They said it all the time.
She does not look like she's about to get up and give you a tour. You asked her if you could
Oh,
get a tour, and
sorry,
she said,
we're
I
just gonna
presume
have
so,
to.
and now she's back to doing things on her computer that look like research.
Great. I guess but this
You just
doctor
said,
is
hey, can you
researching.
give us a tour? You said, can we get a tour? And she presumed that the answer to that is yes.
Oh, Vulcan literalism. Doctor, I don't suppose we could trouble you for a tour. You certainly seem like you would have a lot of knowledge of this location, being a Vulcan and all. I know your race is well known for
Being smart.
for your love of
Very
knowledge and your logical approach to thinking.
Yes, that is why I'm currently engaged in research with the help of my emergency medical hologram.
Oh, you have an emergency medical hologram. Interesting.
Yes, you saw it when you came in. I've paused
heard-
that. Well, yes.
I've heard mixed things about them.
I
How is-
acknowledge that statement. I don't know how to respond.
Well, how has your experience with the emergency medical hologram been?
Well, this one is one of my own design. It is based on Dr. Elizabeth Nostrum, and it is incorporating a personality matrix based on historical and first-hand accounts of the Doctor.
Interesting. And what is it helping you research right now?
Currently, I am researching the plague that the Doctor cured. This starbase is the only location to maintain even partial samples.
Interesting. I would have assumed the samples would have been recorded and destroyed.
Well, if they were destroyed, we couldn't further research in case that it ever arrived again. It was never actually discovered where the plague came from. It just struck the planet Arcturus 5.
And what's your research shown on that? Have you had any light shown on possible sources of the plague?
Not sources, however, the structure of the plague samples that we do have indicates some similarities to various forms of music, and so I am using the EMH to conduct comparisons with various forms of music. And right now, I am on a Earth type of music which I believe was invented in the European region known as opera.
I haven't heard of that one.
Lieutenant Matt, the navigator for 2, said, "I'm a doctor, not a tenor."
If you'd like, you can pull up all the historical data on the Arcturus V plague. There's a
I would
terminal.
love to do that. I will go to the terminal and pull up what information they have, and I will compare it to the information I was able to pull when I was looking in sickbay. See if they have anything I didn't have access to.
All right, so give me. You're gonna get a whole bunch, but we'll see exactly how much you pull up. But give me a. Let's see. I'll just give me a reasoned science. Either of you can do that. It's probably better for Kip.
Kip can do that. There's a fat orange cat next to me snoring, and I'm gonna grab him.
Okay. All right, you get a point of momentum, and you learn a few things. So first, the holographic audio waveforms from the plague fragments closely resemble human music in some cases, and speech in others. In each case, though, while the fragments are massive, there's also clearly big gaps. Let's see. You also find out that there is a complete roster of the Arcturus V colonists with several hundred people. Let's see. And you also find out that Dr. Nostrum, while she did cure the plague by using a reconfigured deflector dish to cause basically a pressure wave in the atmosphere of Arcturus V, which sort of drowned out everyone's auditory senses for long enough that they just stopped and were unable to continue singing and speaking to each other with various plague fragments, that she never returned to the research and never found out where it came from.
It's always a reconfigured deflector dish. Why don't we have these things just like cycling their configurations at this point?
That's a good question.
Starfleet standards.
I don't have an answer. Yeah, it's the same reason that Starfleet won't put fuses in any of the control panels. Who knows?
And why all the computers are full of rocks.
Yeah. So, any further investigation you want to do? You could also pay momentum for some extra info.
Well, yeah, of course we're going to pay momentum for extra
that.
info.
All right. So, among the list of Arcturian colonies, or colonists, sorry, are the names of 100 Orions. And among them, one of the names of one pair have the last name Paljara, which is in fact the last name of the captain of the Orion ship that you guys encountered last episode.
Ooh,
that is,
and we know this.
That is interesting.
That is interesting.
You do.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, these records are too old to have actually been either of these names for them to actually be that captain, but it could be a relative.
I am going to immediately send that information back to the ship so that we're not the only ones that have that.
Do you have to do it secretly?
Oh God, no.
Do I need to distract her? Oh,
no,
that's true.
I'm gonna go back to.
Why would you need to distract her? She's
quick. Tell her there's a table in the bar to gamble at.
True.
Like, quick, Vulcan scientist lady, look that way while I transfer publicly available medical records from Plague.
Beep boop, scooby doop.
Like distracting the librarian because you want to use the copy machine at the library.
Yeah.
Hey, don't judge me. All right.
I will memorize these facts, and you can't stop me.
Yeah, excuse me, Doctor. I noticed there's some Orion names in the registry here. Can you tell me what that was about? One of the surnames I've seen pop up here is familiar.
Arcturus V had approximately 100 Orions who petitioned the Federation to be allowed to settle there and become Federation citizens. They were granted their petition.
Interesting. And do you know how they fared through the plague?
They all survived.
Was there any difference to the effect of the plague on the Orions versus the other inhabitants?
Not that I found in any of the files.
But they all survived? That sounds unlikely.
They all survived. No difference in the way it hit them. Same name as the Orion captain. Guys, there's some weird little splinter of history that's getting ready to bite us in the ass.
No. That sounds like some metagaming. All right, well, we're going to take a quick
players'
scene break.
characters don't have any intuition at all?
That's true. Yeah. In fact, when you're playing D&D, if you're the GM or the DM, I suppose, because it's D&D, and you get like a puzzle for 4th graders, it will be way over any player's head, even if otherwise that player is an extremely intelligent individual. Once you give someone a character sheet and some dice, they just be complete idiots.
I take
Let's be
pictures of the
fair, a
back of
closed
cereal
door
boxes.
normally stumps a
Yes,
D&D group.
not gonna lie, I have oftentimes made puzzles that don't actually have a solution, and just when my players tried something, yeah, that was the solution. That was it. You guys got it. Yay!
I once had a if you step on the wrong tile, you fall into a pit puzzle, and the solution was literally just go to the next tile that has the next number on it, and the numbers were just hash marks. That was it. No one figured it out. Not a single person figured it out.
You didn't have to spell Jehovah?
No, you just had to
God.
count up the number of little lines on the tile, and if it was the next number up, it was a safe tile. That was the whole puzzle. They went through with a poll, checking every fucking tile.
Well, it works.
Which still works.
All right, scene change?
Yeah, all right, we're going to take a quick break for the scene change. I'm going to refill my beverage here, and everyone else has a chance to go, get a snack, go get a new drink, whatever you want. And in the meantime, we'll have my lovely intermission video play that I made. So, yeah.
Yay.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
And we're back. There we go. Sorry, it took me a second to get my microphone fixed. Hi, everybody. Welcome back.
That's the movie with the animated dinosaurs.
We're
all right,
back with Don Bluth. Hell
yes.
Oh yeah.
Petty Officer Billy,
Yes.
you are actually requested at the engineering section by one Chief Dooley.
Engineering
Yeah.
section of the station.
Yes.
Okay.
So I'll presume that you get there in your exosuit.
Yeah, I assume that they don't have accommodations for cetaceans, so I'll get my environmental suit and make my way over there.
Yeah. He says, "Oh, thanks." I'll be honest
What
with
can
you.
I do for you, Chief?
Well, thanks, Petty Officer. I was actually honestly hoping for the Chief Engineer to help out, but like, I guess she's drunk or something.
Yeah, I think she has her first day off in quite some time.
Yeah. So, look, there's something a little off with the station's comm system. Do you think you could help me out?
I'll do my best.
All right. So, take a look at this. It seems like there's some kind of interference happening with this waveform. Is that what you're seeing? I hear that. Well, okay. I don't want to do any like stereotyping, but I've heard that. Well, whales are really, really good at like doing things like, Fourier transforms and such. I can hook this up to an audible thing if you want to take a listen to the waveform and transfer it into sound.
That would actually probably help, but yeah, I'll take a look at it.
Okay. So, yeah, you listen, and there is some kind of high-pitched, like, hum that's coming through. And it actually kind of sounds like there's some kind of mechanical interference somewhere in the array.
Okay. So it sounds like there's some interference coming from the actual array itself. So it's not like some other signal that's overlaid on top of it, but maybe there's some connection that is not done properly or something.
Oh, that's weird. Well, I was doing maintenance out there. Do you want to check on it for me?
Maybe someone left a spanner in some of the boxes. Yep.
I mean, it was me. I don't
know.
think I left a spanner. I'm not missing a spanner.
Well, worse or weirder things have
okay.
happened, but I can check it.
I notice you're already in an exosuit. Would you mind taking a look?
Yeah, I'm kind of always am, but yeah, I'll just take a quick trip outside.
You're gonna want to look at the airlock one level down. That's the closest airlock.
Okay.
Okay. Thanks again. I really appreciate this. I know that this is a weird ask. I'm gonna monitor it from here.
Well.
And just stay on comms. And remember, it's a hospital station, so on the off chance anything happens, you'll be fine.
Sure.
I think we
What
have a big
could
tank.
go wrong?
I mean, if you're gonna get burned by plasma,
I will try not to touch any EPS lines.
We have a
don't
vaccine
do
against
that.
explosive decompression, right?
Yeah, but it implants a microchip that was made by Mecha Bill Gates.
Is the vaccine against explosive decompression? I thought that's a suspensory.
You're fine. Don't worry about it.
Suppository, something.
Suppository? Yeah, it could be a suppository.
Yeah.
It's a
Then that was
suppository.
Futurama. It was the suppository was against pressure.
No, we had a suppository on this one because while you succeeded at making some treatment to inoculate everyone, you also railed at critical failure, which meant it ended up being a suppository that had to be kept at sub-freezing temperatures until it was delivered.
Yeah, I remember
So everyone
that.
got a nice little ice suppository. Whoop.
Why is it spicy?
That's how you know it's working.
the burn says it's working.
Yeah, I'll go one floor down to the airlock, and sometimes I will have a look over my shoulder because I feel like someone is going to jump out at me with a holo recorder and shout something
Like,
like
you have
this is a
shoulders?
prank, or
I mean,
someone might try to stab me in the
she has
back, but that's
scapulae.
just a weird feeling.
All right, so you get out there, and you make your way to where Chief Dooley is directing you in terms of like where the array is, and give me an insight and engineering difficulty 3, and let me know if you think you have a focus that might help.
I don't think so. I have composure and emergency medicine, which definitely doesn't help. Starfleet protocol and starship recognition probably don't either, and astronavigation and helm operations shouldn't.
No. All right. Well, you do have a momentum refill. You could just activate it.
Oh.
We could. I mean, chat was nice enough to give that to us, and we
And you can't-
currently
you
at
should.
0.
You can't get more than
So,
6 out of it, so...
Yeah, that's like the best it could possibly be. I say we use it.
On the other hand, we will lose one automatically if we switch scenes. So
Not if we spend all 6.
Don't save it for the boss. Refill it,
Also
and
true.
then burn 6 of them immediately.
Yeah, it's like the various greases in Dark Souls. Just always use them right away.
yeah. So should we use it?
Yeah. go for
Captain's
it.
orders.
Okay,
Put that
then-
in there.
Then we'll use the refill, and I will spend 3 momentum to roll 4 dice on this check.
All right. It is difficulty 3, so it's gonna be a tough one.
Nice.
Nice, exactly what you need. All right, so you notice that one particular panel that is covering up part of the an external network link is actually been loose, and it's vibrating, and that seems like it's vibrating at about the frequency that matches the frequency of the interference that you noticed.
Also, thank you, chat. We would have failed without that.
Yeah.
Well, I
Yeah,
could have
sure.
just given Dapper threat, but yeah.
And that has never led to problems, ever.
No, never.
Are you
did.
sure about that?
I have never once regretted giving you threat.
Okay, that's a different statement. That's a different statement.
I will do a very detailed scan of the panel to see if there are any signs that it has been tampered with, because that feels like something that the chief wouldn't do. So if he says he worked on this, maybe someone else.
Well, there is definitely a nut that has not been fully tightened.
Okay, but there aren't any obvious signs that someone did something weird. Wait,
Well, someone obviously
I
took the
will
panel
actually
off
ta-
and then
I will
failed to
actually
fully
take-
secure it.
I will actually take my time to take the panel off, look
Okay.
inside, see if I see anything weird, and then retighten the panel.
All right, give me a difficulty 2 insight and engineering.
Woohoo. I will spend another momentum.
Okay.
That's 3 again, so we get the momentum back.
All right. Like leaves it still at 3. So it is the case that the isolinear chips are not exactly where you would expect. They are set to receive on this link, but the diagram for this communication system says that this is just a relay link to different parts of the system.
Okay. Chief, is this thing supposed to be set to receive?
Oh yeah, we had a problem with one of our other receiver nodes last week, so it's currently set to be an auxiliary receiver for the communications relay
Okay.
or array. Sorry.
Then it looks like the failure was actually just a loose nut, but
Really?
everything else inside here looks like it's all right. If the schematics say it shouldn't be, but if you say it is supposed like this, then nothing's wrong inside the relay itself. It's just that the cover panel wasn't fitted tightly.
Huh. All right. Well, thanks. I could have sworn I tightened everything up, but I tighten it up and I'll see if it fixes the weird signal. And if it does, then I guess we're good.
Okay.
Which
Yeah.
is not going to be a task. You can use your
I'll put
manipulator arms
the
to.
panel back, and once I'm sure that it's in properly, I'll radio him back to see if the problem is fixed, and if not, then I will keep looking. But if it is, then I'll come back inside.
All right. So you hear back, and he says, "Nope, looks good to me." If you want,
Okay.
you can listen to it. You'd probably know better than I would.
Well, yeah, I'll listen for any interference, and
You want me to patch it through while you're out there on your way back?
yeah, if I have to go back, then I'd rather do it before I go back through the airlock.
Okay. So you start hearing the waveform of the ship's communications relays receiving and sending various signals to and from Starfleet, medical and whatnot. And yeah, the weird interference does seem to be fixed.
Okay.
At which point, it has come time for dinner, which means we are switching scenes.
Mm-hmm.
So you are there with Captain Tara Jenner. She is a human who is relatively high-ranking in Starfleet medical.
Just as a quick aside, I will not directly contact Commander Var, but I will type up a report about this and send it to her.
Okay.
What an
Commander Va-
officer! Oh my god!
Right? Technically not an officer.
Well, I'm
Petty
enlisted
officer Billy.
personnel. I'm
Only one doing
also
their
have a
job right
focus
now.
in cover my ass, which means I'm definitely supposed to do the paperwork properly.
All right. So on your way to dinner, Commander Va, you do get a report filed by Petty Officer Billy. Do you want to skim it, or you want to just?
Yeah, I'll skim it. The dinner is definitely less important than this.
All right. So yeah, you get a report, and as you skim it, it's like, yeah, Petty Officer Billy helped diagnose a problem with the communications array. She found out that it was a loosened fastener. She fixed it and noted that a relay link had been reconfigured to help with signal reception, allegedly because there had been a different receiver that had gone down.
Well, in and of itself, that would be innocuous, but since the Orions were trying to pry me for comms info, now I'm extra special suspicious.
That does seem reasonable.
Yeah.
Orion's completely untrustworthy, always.
Not all Orions. Some of
Just
them are
like
great.
those Ferengi.
Yeah. Not all Orions are untrustworthy. Some of them are honest crooks.
So, you arrive at dinner, and the commander invites you all to sit down. There's a nice spread. There are human foods. There's some Vulcan food. And just because the commander knew that there was, in fact, a Klingon coming, she has arranged for some attempts at Klingon food to be replicated. None of it is food that should normally be served alive, but it is replicated, so it's not quite up to the level that a professional Klingon would create, which of course is just Klingon for chef. Which I'm sure that Tak knows.
Tak just wants gach.
Yeah, there isn't any.
Tak is upset.
Yes, well, there is Warnog with Synthahol.
It's in the hole.
Yeah. But there's Brigit Lung.
Is there any blood pie?
Maybe for dessert.
Are there Glorios?
Tak likes to have blood pie for all courses.
Fair. But the main course right now is Brigit Lung.
Tak finds that acceptable.
Okay. I did once actually have a in real life Klingon food night where I tried to make at least visual matches and thematic matches for various Klingon foods. It's where I discovered that if you put Everclear into a Pyrex container and then put cubed up bits of meat in it and set that on fire, you can enjoy all the levels of doneness of the meat that you would like throughout the meal. You just have to make sure that you blow out the meat first, because if you don't, like
You're eating fire.
a friend of mine did, yeah, you'll just burn your lip. Because my friend decided that she would get drunk and then try to do as a stunt, just eating the meat with the fire still on it, and all she got out of that was a big old blister. So don't do that. Anyway, yeah, so Dr. Jenner is talking about the station, all the various research they're doing, and does mention that she's very proud that now her late grandmother is going to be a permanent fixture on the station as the model for the emergency medical hologram.
Oh. That is interesting, though I imagine it is a bit uncanny at times.
Yes. It's a little weird seeing my grandmother. I'm obviously very proud. My family has a long tradition of service to Starfleet Medical. My mother was in Starfleet Medical. Her mother, Dr. Nostrum, was in Starfleet Medical. But the EMH is based on files about my grandmother. But the problem is that, I knew the woman and not just what her files said. And the EMH isn't. It's just not the same. And some of the things are just off. Like my grandmother, it's not in any reports, but she never really recovered mentally from the Arcturus 5 event. You know, she was always a little jumpy whenever anyone started singing, for one thing. I remember once, about a month or so after she came back from curing the plague, and just finding her crying because she said that she was pretty sure that any incubation period was over, and so she was not infected. And yeah, it's a little weird, I'll be honest.
Perhaps
Athens in my chat just said, "Who cares about the files? The Federation is 50,000 strong."
Also, fun story. There's a woman who used to work at, I don't remember, I think it was Disney World, who would go on a specific ride every day and no one could figure out why. It's because the intro video that played during it, her mother had recorded it and she'd been dead for like 30 years.
Oh.
So that was her way to hear her mom's voice every day.
Am I there now? Am I participating? Yeah. Okay. I want to take note and say, you said the files are different than the person she was, and you mentioned that there was an incubation period for this, but she had returned outside of quarantine?
Well, Starfleet Medical had cleared her, and to be fair to her, the incubation period was never actually a whole month. So I think that was just when she finally realized that, no, in fact, her fears about an incubation period were just irrational, but I wasn't going to press her on it.
I don't think irrational, but maybe, like, weighing on her.
Perhaps, while certain details may not be ideal for inclusion in an emergency medical hologram, perhaps someone in engineering could help create a version that is more true to the individual.
Or maybe help create one that's less true to the individual.
I don't know. I guess it's possible, but it feels a bit ghoulish, you know? My grandmother lived a life. She's gone, and maybe I don't need to try to pretend that she's still around.
There was a phase in 20th century or 21st century Earth where they struggled with that problem.
Oh, yeah, I did hear about that. Oh, but you know what? Enough about me and my weird family. You might be interested to know that we've been getting alien signals that have been brought to our attention, and we actually managed to get our hands on an artifact, and I think that your science officer might be interested.
Very interested. I understand that you're a bit of an amateur enthusiast in stellar archaeology yourself.
I am. I keep up with a lot of the Federation archaeological papers that are published. I unfortunately, until just now, have not really had a chance to examine firsthand any artifacts, but it's definitely been a passion of mine for a very long time.
Can you describe it?
Oh, so...
Or can we go look at it?
Before that,
you know what?
I want to look around the table. There's a political Orion ship docked. Is there any Orions at the table?
Well,
No, I'm asking
Oh.
the DM. I'm looking. Like, is there
Right, I'm
any...
telling you, no Orions
okay.
at the table.
All right.
Yeah.
Sorry, continue.
After dinner, we could go check it out.
Excellent. Yeah. Let's do that.
All right.
You mentioned you've been getting alien signals. Is that the reason for the reconfigurations of your comm system?
The what?
I got a report from one of my enlisted personnel that was pulled in to assist with the repair of your comm system, and they noted that some of it had been reconfigured in order to bypass some component that wasn't working. Normally, this would not be a cause for concern. Those kind of repairs happen all the time. But I happened to be aboard the Orion vessel, and the Orions there were unusually and insistently interested in the communications equipment on the station.
That probably was in some engineering report, but I'll have to look it up. I'll be honest. I'm a doctor. I don't care that much about the engineering reports unless it's going to affect patient safety or crew safety.
You're a doctor, not an engineer, damn it.
Yes, it's true. So, I'll dig through my reports later, and I guess I'll have security be on the lookout for any Orions doing anything, suspicious. I might also make this bar off limits. I don't know.
That would probably be wise. They were attempting to get information out of the various engineers that were present.
And I assume they were maintaining OPSEC.
So far as I could tell. But,
Well, that's good.
if they ask enough people, eventually someone's going to slip.
There aren't that
Sometimes
many.
not answering a question answers a question.
True.
That's a good point, Captain. Well, the dessert
We're
course comes
maintaining OPSEC, so I should put that out on Signal right now that we're maintaining OPSEC.
You can put on signal that you are maintaining OPSEC. What you can't do is text your war plans to a journalist that you accidentally added to your group chat on Signal.
You can do that, but doing it would not be maintaining OPSEC.
That.
I'm going to really quickly...
I hate this timeline.
I'm gonna really quickly metagame Pigeon to Zerolon and go... "Krr, krr." This lady got triggered by people singing... "Krr, krr." It's kind of weird that her hologram was singing... "Krr, krr."
I've already made that connection. I'm just trying to figure out how Hobno would have made that connection and kind of really because Hobno's definitely realized, like, oh, she was saying that the EMH didn't have some of this information, but it seemed like the EMH did have this information. How do I tell this woman without being like, hey, so your dead grandmother, like, yeah, this like
Your
twisted
dead,
memory of her?
the AI of your dead
Yeah.
grandmother has the plague.
Yeah, your dead grandmother's AI has the plague.
Well, are you gonna say any of this, or are you just gonna keep thinking it?
No, he's trying to figure
No,
out how to...
I think I will point that out. I think I will. I was in there earlier and I saw the EMH of that's modeled after your grandma, and the EMH was singing opera when I was in there. I did find that quite odd.
Yeah,
You said
Sorry?
you said your grandmother had a fear of music afterwards of people singing.
Well, I mean, the EMH isn't my grandmother. It's Dr. Tavril, there we go. It's Dr. Tavril's creation, and she's using it for various research, and I don't know. I'm sure that the various neuroses that my grandmother may have had didn't make it all the way into the EMH. Dr. Tavril doesn't seem to be very interested in human psychology. That's not her specialty.
Vulcans typically... apologies. Vulcans, please cover your ears. I don't mean to be rude, but they do tend to seem to take everyone else's psychology and substitute their own for it. They do tend to follow their logic and assume that everyone else would do as well.
I mean, don't get me wrong, she's a brilliant neurologist. Although,
Oh no, and there have been throughout history that has actually been a boon many times, as much as it can also be a frustration for us all. It just seems odd to me that a Vulcan who typically would follow logic would I would assume would try to keep the EMH as true to life as possible, and for it to
Well, there's only
deviate
so
that far.
much you can do from Federation personnel records.
I do suppose.
Would you like to come see the artifact?
Absolutely.
All right, we're changing the scene again. So you finish dinner and you're invited down to Shuttle Bay 1, down at the very lowest deck on the Hephaestus. Inside the hangar bay, there is in fact no shuttle. Instead, no shuttle, just like the no books that Dr. Kip has written.
Although he did
except
narrate
in
his
that
dog's
case, there
book.
would be a. Yeah.
He did narrate his dog's book, and it was really good.
That's true. You can get it on.
See, in this case,
audiobook
there actually would be a shuttle there, and everyone just insisting that it's not.
Also, on that line,
that doesn't sound right.
since that's basically how Kip ended his book, I love your shirt, Kip.
Oh, thank you.
Kip, fit check.
I
Good
don't
check.
care about this weird science thing. I'm leaving.
Okay. All right. So, in the middle of the hangar bay is what looks like three. Well, it means something to look like. It's three pieces of white metal that look like they at one point formed a complete sphere. It's pitted and scorched, and it seems like it has some kind of strange texture where it's not pitted and scorched. And Jenner says, "Well, this is what I call breadcrumb 1."
Breadcrumb 1.
Yes.
Why
it
do you
was
call
found-
it breadcrumb?
So it was found
One.
in orbit above Arcturus 4. Oh, sorry, 5.
Because it's made of bread.
Well, no. And it's
Metal.
transmitting.
He said it's metal.
It's transmitting.
It's transmitting.
A vector.
So was it intact then? How did it come to be in pieces like this?
Well, it was found in pieces, and I'm not sure what happened to make it break apart, but we were able to piece together the various patterns in there, and one of the things that it has is a broken, some kind of data storage place, but also it had an intact transmission array, and we powered it up, and it transmitted a vector. And I think it's pointing in a direction to wherever the people who made it are.
Interesting.
This
Is there
artifact, is this a Telecall artifact or is this some
That's
other
what I was going to ask. Is there a way? How do
So
we tell
it
if
doesn't
it's
look like it's
Telecom?
made of any of the same materials that the Telecall make. And Dr. Jenner says, our tests indicate that it's about 1,000 years old, which you happen to know was well before the Telecall, well after the Telecall stopped being active in the galaxy.
Right.
So it's
Okay.
significantly younger than anything the Telecall made.
Oh.
God damn it, chat! Now I gotta watch Airplane again.
And look,
Uh-oh.
this device is made of a beryllium-like alloy that matches an alloy recovered from a device that was found on the surface of Arcturus 5. I think this might actually be the source of the plague that my grandmother cured.
So we have an ancient source of the plague, giving us a vector to a source. That's
Yeah.
definitely not plague.
Yeah. And it's possible that what actually damaged this was my grandmother's cure for the plague.
And we're gonna uncure the plague. I'm loving this.
See, I think that the vector will either point us to the people who made this or another similar satellite, which I'm calling Breadcrumb 2.
Have you been
Doctor-
looking for it? Trying to follow the signal and
Will it
Well,
lead us
I'm
to the
stuck on a
gingerbread
space
house?
station. I can't just fly around.
yeah,
But
But we do have a ship.
we do have a ship.
We do have a ship, but are we certain it's wise that we should go to the planet that led up to a plague that was like
This is
Devastating.
Starfleet,
Okay.
damn it! If
Okay.
it was
This is
why
for
you wouldn't do
science,
it.
dude.
Let-
It's for
Here's
science.
the thing. Okay. You gotta promise not to spread this around until we confirm or deny this.
Of course.
By this you mean the plague,
Okay.
right?
No, it's my hypothesis about the plague. I think that what my grandmother actually did wasn't so much cure a plague as bungle first contact with whoever made this sphere. I think that this was their attempt to make contact, but for some reason, their attempts were incompatible with the biology of the colonists. And I think that this is part of some kind of network that they were sending out to make contact with other civilizations. It's not unheard of for civilizations in the galaxy to, instead of going out to find new civilizations, to instead send out probes to bring people to them so that they can meet them.
Oh,
that
like
way.
in that Next Generation episode
I don't know what that means.
when
So
when
for the other players and chat, part of Dr. Hobnoll's like backstory during character creation is I have a strange alien orb that I found that's kind of my link to like xenoarchaeology, and currently Dr. Hobnoll's going, I should jettison that into a star.
Maybe it's compatible with this thing. Plug it in, see what happens.
That's-
Smack them together.
That is
Look,
an interesting hypothesis.
I've been
And then
trying to
Zerlon's
work. Oh, sorry.
yeah, Zerlon's going, oh, it's giving a vector. Vector has to be in reference to something. Did she reference the right thing to get the vector? No, the writers of this wouldn't have thought that far.
So I think that if we follow the direction that we got from this probe, Breadcrumb 1, it could lead us to Breadcrumb 2, and I have not been able to get Starfleet Medical to accept my proposal for an expedition to go look for Breadcrumb 2.
Well,
Chesh,
if it is a
could you-
Captain, we have a
I feel like-
potentially
yeah.
thing that we need to investigate.
Hey, Chesh, could you remove 14 threat from the board?
Oh my god, what are you doing?
Captain, we have an apocalypse in progress.
Give me 1 second. I gotta get a thing here.
who's coming?
Or going.
Breadcrumb 1 has transported away from the hangar bay, or the shuttle bay. It's not there.
Well, why did that happen?
You're the
Where did it go?
archaeologist. You tell me why the ancient artifact did something. Kip, you are the ancient artifact guy. You tell me why this did something weird.
Jeez.
Is this
none
the
of-
second time you got stuff
Okay.
stolen from you by the Orions?
Operations to Captain
Oh.
Jenner. We have an unauthorized departure of the solid bet,
Oh, I bet it's the Orions, isn't it?
and that
Hobnoll is
Told you.
double timing back to the Kongzi to sick bay.
that is where we are actually going to be ending for tonight.
Am
We're gonna
I
do
on
part
their
2
ship?
next week.
That's where I was going.
No, they left before you got there. It's fine.
Oh, okay, that's probably good then.
So yeah, that is where we're going to end for tonight. Because quite frankly, we're only about a third of the way through this, so we're not going to get it
Oh
done
my
tonight.
god.
Hell
Yes.
no.
I'm expecting to go a little bit faster for the next 2/3 of it, but we do need to take a little stop here. So next time, you can tune in for part 2. I will ask, instead of having a teaser for this one, what I will do is instead I will ask for one of our players to volunteer to come up with a summary. Also, because we have not ended the mission, I'm not going to ask for any spotlights or reputation rolls. We're going to save that for next time, for afterwards. Which means you guys are in the clear after we are off air. So what I want to say is thank you so much. I did not expect you guys to have such a great time with that bar, but I really love it. It was good stuff. I hope everyone had fun, and we'll see you ideally next week, assuming everyone can be here for part 2 of the Plague of Arias. And yeah, I'll rename this one to part 1, and there we go. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.